Hi YouTube, my name is Addie. I'm a registered behavior technician, and today I'm going to tell you about what to expect for your first session and just some general etiquette. So since it is COVID, the first thing that I'm doing is before I even get out of my car, I'm disinfecting my hands with hand sanitizer, putting gloves on, disinfecting my clipboard, my bag. Anything that's going to come in contact with my client's environment is going to get disinfected. Then I come into my client's home, and again, it is COVID, so there's a COVID questionnaire that my clients are filling out. Then I'm coming into the house, and instead of just starting right with my kiddo and launching into all of that, the first thing you want to do is ask the parents how they're doing. Check in with them, see how their sleep is, them and also your kiddos, how their sleep, any changes to routine, medication, school, especially right now with schools being virtual and in person or a hybrid mix. So find out about any changes. Find out about how your client is that day, just to get a baseline idea of how the session might be affected by those factors. Then what you're going to do is mention to the parents what you are going to be working on. So you might say, today we'll do some playing to work on asking, sharing, and playing. If they have a sibling, maybe playing with their sibling. And then we're going to work on some language. So that's something you might say to the parents just to give them an idea of what you're working on. Okay, then if this is your first session, you're just going to be pairing, which is where you're going to be building rapport with the child. So you're not going to be placing any demands or work on them. You're going to be following their lead. If they want to do an activity, you are right there to get really excited to join them in that activity. And that is going to show them that good things happen when you, the therapist, are around. So you got stickers. Oh, great job. Here's a sticker. Something like that. The stickers you're going to want to bring with you if the client doesn't have them already. Because it is COVID, therapists are not really bringing their toys to the client's home. But once COVID ends, it will be more common for you, the therapist, to have toys and reinforcers that you can bring and then take home with you. Okay, so if it's not your first session, if you are just doing pairing because it's your first session, that's essentially all you're going to be doing for the first 3 to 5 sessions. If you've already been with your kiddo long enough that you have programs, you're actually still going to spend the first 5 minutes pairing. Just reestablishing that rapport with your kiddo. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to make your sticker board or your sticker chart. So what I do is before we start, and feel free to do this too, I actually am really enjoying how well this works. I just draw my boxes right on to my data sheet. So what I did was I drew a line here. That's where your reinforcer is going to go. You say, hey, what do you want to earn today? And if they say like ABC Mouse videos, okay, then you write that here. And then here's your boxes. You can put like stickers. I do that a lot. I put actual stickers. Or you can actually just draw in a smiley face. Or you can actually get very creative and you can draw, like, for example, let's say your kiddo really likes robots, right? Something they might want to do is do something like this, where every time you see them doing something that you want them to do, you want to reinforce. Instead of putting a smiley face, you draw in a portion of it, right? So like there's the feet moving up the body, and then there's the head at the end. No wrong answer, just whatever your kiddo is interested in. And then on the other, so that's the sticker board. On the other side, that's where I do my data. Unless, like I said, you do it digitally, then it doesn't apply to you. Okay, so now that you got your sticker chart all ready, you're going to start running your program. Start with easier programs first. That way you kind of build that behavioral momentum. That's where, you get them to do easier tasks. Like a really simple one you do is say, do this, do this, and then as they do it, then you give them something harder, do this. Okay, now clean up your toys or something like that. Okay. And remember, kids with autism have issues with transition. So find out too if your kiddo's going to be eating lunch or any kind of meal, and give them reminders. Okay, you're going to be eating lunch in 15 minutes. Try to do 3. So I try to do like 15, 10, 5, or like 10, 5, 2, something like that. And then you're going to also want to do 5 minutes of pairing, or a fun activity at the end as well, to end on a positive note. You don't want to leave and the kiddo having like a bad experience. So bring it positive at the end. And you can also review what your kiddo did really, really well. You're gonna also want to give feedback to your client. To the client's parents as well. So tell the kiddo what they did really well with, and tell the parents, give them feedback about what their kiddo did well with as well. And so again, you're going to want to mention to your parents again what you guys worked on, right? And then mention to any challenges that you experienced, behaviors that were trickier, and iterate to those parents about how they can manage those behaviors when you leave on their own. And then you just want to make sure that when you're coming back. And then you're going to write your session notes. And usually when I get those in within 24 hours, I can't write session notes too much longer after my session because I'll forget everything. So that's the other thing. Make sure you're writing down each activity that you're doing, trying to get your ABC data. Sometimes what I do is I open this up, and then I will put my column, my A column, my B column, and my C column. That way I can chart it really easily. And that's it. I really hope that was useful. One more thing. Before you leave, to make sure you clean up, or try to get your kiddo to clean up their toys, because you don't want to go into their home and just leave it a mess. So try to leave the place cleaner than when you found it, so their parents don't freak out. You want to be as respectful as possible. So those are my tips. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.